Happy New Year! Welcome to you, my name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today, it's the 31st of December 2022 and I thought I should get out of bed and potentially film this video. So, I am putting something on my to-do list for today in that, what do you would call it, crimbo limbo period, and I'm actually doing it. So I wanted to talk to you about what's on my wish list for 2023. It's old news to those of you who've been with me for a while, but probably new to those of you who are new subscribers. I don't really do wish lists. I'm not really good at them. I still do one every 6 months, but it's kind of a joke because I have no idea what I want. There's only a couple of things on my new wish list. I wanted to take you through some of the things that I've crossed off from my wish list update from July and just talk more about some of the themes and things that you might be seeing on my channel over the next 12 months. In July 2022, in my update, I said I'd given up on getting a leather baguette because I just couldn't find a colour that I loved, and so I was trying to pass off my multicolour canvas baguette as my leather baguette. Well, guess what? I finally got the leather baguette. I got this one in October. This is the mint from the Fall Winter 22 collection. This is the perfect coloured baguette for me. This one, you know, if you just wait, seasonal colours will come. And they are the things that will kind of grab your heart. And this is a perfect example for me of just waiting until the right piece comes along. None of these are urgent purchases. This little Pico is hanging off the side of it, but they're not urgent. So I think a wish list is kind of putting something out into the universe. Sometimes it is anyway, and being quite abstract about it, and other times it's being very specific. That item has been on my wish list since I started doing YouTube back in 2020, and I finally got a regular sized coloured leather baguette. There's a few pieces that I'm removing, one of which is a pair of Louis Vuitton strappy black sandals. I think they're called the Ultimate Sandal. Look, I just don't want a pair of black strappy sandals. Well, not for $2,400. I think I can pick some of those up a bit cheaper. Even though they are classic, it's not a colour that I wear a lot. I tend to prefer nudes and metallics for strappy sandals, so I'm striking those ones off the list. The Burberry trench, obviously I picked that up, but I'm not happy with it. And as I said in July, I want to pick one up that's in the stone colour rather than in this kind of honey colour. It really does nothing for my complexion. I will be selling my Burberry Kensington, let's just say probably early in the new year when people are starting to look for trenches here again in Australia. It doesn't really make sense to send it overseas because you guys have Burberry outlets and the like, so I will be selling that one domestically and trying to source another one. And if Burberry haven't updated their colour palette, I might need to look further afield, which is a shame because I love the Burberry trench. I just love that. Is the ultimate luxury. I know there are so many more other ones out there. It's something that I'll start looking at as we get closer to the seasonal change here, which is kind of about March, April. I had a Canturi Regina bracelet. I am scrapping that one. There is a tennis bracelet at Canturi that I'm really keen on. I've spoken about on this channel quite a few times, and I'll put a picture up over here. But yeah, the original Regina bracelet that I was looking at, I have scrapped that one. As you might recall, this year I did pick up a few pieces from Canturi. I had my engagement ring reset in this Stella design, and I also picked up the middle piece on these 3 rings as well. And you know, they were unexpected, and this is why wish lists to me become a little bit obsolete, because when I see things that I like, I kind of pounce on them. I'm a real impulse shopper. If I know, I know. And other things that just kind of float around in the ether, well, they're kind of, you know, waxing lyrical about what may or may not be. I had a new car on my wish list. It still is to some extent. I do want to go back to a bigger car. I am really enjoying the drop top, but yeah, I do want to go back to a bigger car, and I'm just keeping an eye on what's happening in the markets at the moment as things start to regulate after the pandemic, but definitely still a BMW X6 is probably my ideal car, and I just think they're super sexy and I love BMWs, so and that's basically what I've had so far. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll see if they happen to pop up and it's it's what I want and the time is right, then yeah, by all means. The overseas holiday still on the list, and because I haven't purchased flights or anything yet, I'm going to say it is still on the wish list. And so let's go into what's on the wish list. Obviously, I'm still waiting on my made to order from Fendi to arrive and my pink sequin baguette, both of which were supposed to arrive by the end of this year and they haven't. So I'm not putting them on the wish list, but they were mentioned in my last video, so stay tuned for those ones. They should be coming very soon. For some reason in July, and maybe that's just the season talking, I wanted a pair of Chelsea boots from Roger Vivier that were about 3,250 Australian dollars. Crazy considering I could probably wear them for 3 months of the year, and there's no way I'd wear them so regularly that they would be remotely worth that investment. So I am striking those off the list as well. The other thing that was on my wish list in July that I was happy to purchase, but I didn't know what it was going to be, was a baguette from the 25th anniversary of the Fendi baguette. And as you all know, I picked up the beautiful mirror embroidery baguette, originally released in 1999. Couldn't be happier with this choice and very happy that it was on the wish list and I got to tick it off. I've had the Bulgari Viper ring on my list for quite some time, and I have finally decided to wipe that one. I am no longer obsessed over it. I cannot believe the prices they're charging. Bulgari have just gone crazy with their prices for what you're getting, and it's become one of those brands where you're just paying for the name, and yeah, I'm not for that with jewellery, and I just can't. It's just not. There's other things that I want more. So what's on my wish list for 2023, you ask? Am I going to have a low buy year? Well, I mean, if you judge it by this wish list, you might say, yes, it's looking pretty quiet in your luxury spending this year. And to be honest, that's how most years will start. So let's just say I'm not starting with that intention, but I am going to be a lot more thoughtful around some of the things that I bring in, and I will tell you why. So the first thing is this tennis bracelet from Canturi that I mentioned before. However, the more that I think about whether or not I need another tennis bracelet, because I have one, I keep going back to the Cartier Love bracelet, and I don't understand why. I don't know. I think Connor has influenced me. My contact at Louis Vuitton is going to be moving to Cartier here, and that might be a really great reason to go and explore the range more and try some things on. I really like the bangle, and I have to admit that I was put off by the fact that so many people here and on Instagram have it. But in reality, you don't see it a lot on the streets. And I think that's one of those things that when you get out of your YouTube bubble and your social media bubble and you just look around, things really aren't that popular. So I am once again eating my words to say that I might be very seriously looking at a Cartier Love bracelet. I am thinking it might be a plain one with no diamonds, and it may be white gold, it may be rose gold, who knows, but I'm going to start actually having a look at them. The overseas holiday, I mentioned I haven't booked anything, but I'm very, very close to purchasing the airline tickets to Italy. So it is settled that we are going to go to Italy in 2023, and we couldn't be happier. We love Italy, we love the culture, we love the people, we love the food, we love the scenery. Who doesn't love a Mediterranean summer? And that will kind of hopefully help inspire a couple of other personal goals, such as shedding a little bit of puppy fat, so that I can do those big walks through the Amalfi Coast and enjoy my time on the beach and all that pasta and wine that we will be enjoying whilst we're there. So that one is going to happen in 2023. And for quite a while I thought that purchasing this trunk clutch might have taken care of my lust for the petite malle. but it hasn't. It just means that I don't want one in a classic style. So I am still on the hunt for the perfect petite mal. I really love Meredith's petite mal collection, particularly her blue metallic lizard, her neon pink furry one, and the Fornasetti. I really love that one actually, and I wish that I had been more in tune with that collection, because I am actually thinking about looking for one of those on the pre-loved market. So if you know of a Fornasetti, the white one, not the gold one, petite mal that's available, please let me know, because yeah, I'm really interested in hunting one of those down. Something I wanted to mention about how I see myself using the petite mal is very much a day-to-day bag. I have occasion bags, and I tend to do the opposite of dressing up when I go out. I tend to dress down with my bag. I don't like to fall into the status quo, I suppose, of wearing an evening bag to an evening event. And I've talked about the bags that I choose for events in the past. They don't necessarily tend to be your typical evening bag. So for my petite mal, I would want something that I could wear daily, every day. Not that I would wear it every day, but something that I could just wear crossbody. In the latest season of Emily in Paris, she wears a red epi-leather one, just out and about, and that's how I would like to use my petite mal, as well as to have the option of using it as an evening piece. But I don't just want to purchase a bag like that and just have it restricted to evening use, because I don't see a point in that. Now, one of those bags that I have waxed lyrical about on this channel for, you know, quite a few videos it's featured in has been the mohair baguette, and you all just keep telling me I need to own that bag, and I agree, I do need to own that bag. And it's just been a matter of prioritizing my bag funds that I haven't purchased that bag. But I recently sold my multicolor baguette, and you guessed it, the bag that I am looking to replace that bag with is the mohair baguette, and I am so excited. I have Fendi trying to source it for me now because I'm so late to the party. Hopefully we can find one that's in perfect condition, and you will see that one on my channel very soon. So that's it. That's my wish list. I told you that it was short. There's some more themes, I guess, things that I'm aiming toward in 2023 that you might be interested in hanging about for the rest of this video for. The first one is that I want to venture further into ready-to-wear. I feel like I learned a lot of skills and knowledge from my 5 Stages to Style course this year, and as a result of that, I think I'll be more confident in choosing ready-to-wear pieces. I will need to do the work, which means keeping an eye on the runways and building relationships around ready-to-wear, getting an understanding of the sizing. I already have a couple of pieces from Fendi, but really trying to understand the materials and how they're made, and therefore what sizes I would be and how the pre-order process works. It's very difficult here in a subtropical climate to purchase the typical ready-to-wear outerwear pieces where you would get a lot of bang for your buck, like coats and blazers and things, because we can really only wear them for a short period of time. So when I talk about ready-to-wear, I'm probably talking more about dresses and blouses and tops, as opposed to outerwear. So yeah, that's something that I want to spend more time on this year. And I think it's definitely going to take time, and it's going to be a bit of a learning process as well. Another thing that I see happening this year, which kind of connects to that, is it going to be a low-buy year, is a theme of moving pieces on. So I'm not a believer of she who dies with the most bags wins, certainly not in my case. I'm not your typical collector. Yes, I have a collection of handbags, but I see my handbags as a reflection of my personal style at a point in time. Some of them are sentimental, some of them are timeless, and for that reason they'll never leave. But others are at a point in time, and I want to use the liquidity in my collection to help continue to explore what is out there and what's coming, and not necessarily spend a lot of my incoming disposable income on new pieces. So that's going to be interesting. You might see some pieces go for sale, you might see me enjoy some pieces for a brief time or a longer time and then move them on. I think it's like anything in fashion, I'm not buying classics, and so I feel like if I'm buying seasonal pieces and I want to move them on, that's just enjoying fashion and the seasons. So you might call it fickle, it might be challenging to swallow, but I think it's making smart use of the money that I have caught up here in my collection. The other thing that I really want to focus on my wish list for 2023 is to continue to grow the community that we have here and the people that I have come to call friends here on my YouTube channel. People I converse with most days, including Eileen and Bella and Carmen and Chan, Jenna and Michelle, Maureen and Geraldine and Candace, and so many more people that I talk to very often. As I said, today's the 31st of December. I'm currently sitting on 7,995, and then it goes up and down and up and down. Subscribers. Can I make 8,000 subscribers before the end of the year? Who knows? To be honest, do I care? Not really. It's not about the numbers for me. It's just a nice way of seeing growth, and I like to see growth. For next year, in terms of numbers, what would be realistic? Probably 10,000 subscribers by this time next year, but who knows? Who knows what next year will bring? The kind of content that I'll be bringing next year, I think, will be much more dialogue focused, about what do we think about things that are coming, what are we seeing in trends, what do we enjoy, what don't we enjoy, what makes us choose what we like, and just kind of getting to understand the choices that we make and what we can learn from those choices moving forward. And more lives, talking to you guys is a real highlight for me, so I definitely want to do more lives with topics next year, so I'm really looking forward to doing some more of that. So I don't do New Year's resolutions. I just want to say cheers, thanks for a wonderful year. This is a beautiful glass of Laurent Perrier Rosé Cuvée. Thank you, Connor. This is a birthday present from Connor. Let me just... yummy. This is my Versace robe as a gift from Meredith. Two people that I have absolutely treasured meeting in the YouTube community and who I now call my absolute very firm friends in the real world. If there's anything that you want to see from me, feel free to make a request in the comment section down below. Tell me what's on your wish list. I would love to know. You might just influence me. Happy New Year to you all. Have a safe and healthy and prosperous 2023. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and come back. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, sometimes some extra ones if I've got the time or motivation. So I will look forward to seeing you then. Ciao.